Hey, good morning. It's 8, but I did get up at around 4:20 or woke up and not needing any more sleep. I was well rested. I might take a little nap in the afternoon, just like 30 minutes maybe with a traction on my neck with the neck hammock, and maybe a little massage with the tensor machine I have. But I feel well rested before starting a week in a new community that I am looking forward to, that I'll talk more about preparing myself for tomorrow. Today I gotta ride the bike a little bit, get the webs out before I reload it in the van. I wanted to say that this morning, just walking a little bit, I saw a beautiful Asian young woman walking a dog, and oh, she was beautiful. And I don't know if she was the same as the lady I talked to in a different campground, because I thought, is that her? Should I turn around? And then I had a lot of feelings about how I keep approaching. And it'll be another vlog under my Doctor of Humanics, where I'll talk about my most important and valuable skill sets that people take advantage of without even acknowledging its value and even acknowledging what it did for them, as because they're so used to taking advantage of other people, they don't realize how they could benefit more if they kind of enter into some sort of healthier type of interaction with me. Anyways, I'm kind of discouraged a little bit about trying. I've even found some women not that attractive physically, but attracted to them, during my travels, and giving them a chance, and knowing I could love them, even though some guys would not at all. Most guys would not find them attractive. And me, I could love them. I could find them attractive. I could be a tender lover for them, and I find that I'm tired of offering this without appreciation. I prefer being alone, not waiting for a more attractive woman, but just because I could, instead of spending long times of being single, just if all I wanted to do was short relationships, is I could continue this and not go so long without human affection. But I prefer going longer because I want to get human affection, not homo communia affection. It feels more like bestiality, and I prefer having it from a dog that is capable of friendship. So, anyways, so I got a $300 cash advance for this job. So it's not a bonus; it's something I have to pay back, and it's barely enough. And I'm not even sure if it'll be enough to pay for the transportation costs to get me there. I don't know if tomorrow I will find that one of my parents has given me an early birthday gift, like the message I sent to my niece saying by email, which she checks sporadically. Can you please make a phone call? This is my gift from you. I'm asking to my mother and father, saying the sooner the better to get to that job. Because my mother usually gives 50 and my father usually gives 100. But they can be pretty strict, almost like don't open it until your birthday, even though I need it before. Maybe if my niece explains it, they will do it. Otherwise, I'll have to do some problem solving, hopefully before I reach the point that my funds are not enough. So I had to get a medical done for this job, and the medical lasted really 5 minutes, really. She kept shushing me when she was taking my blood pressure, which she said is very good, and she checked also listening to my heart and lungs, and again, shushing me, and I thought she'd weigh me because I wanted to know my weight. I had to ask the staff later to do that and bring out a scale because I was curious, and the staff also are the ones who did the long-distance eye exam. And so again, no problems there. But there's almost nothing. She didn't even put the medicine I asked her to renew on the form, the medical form. So really what she did is it could just be me going in a pharmacy, right, and putting my arm in the blood pressure machine. And if people aren't sure it's me, I can take a video of me doing it when I get the printout, because really, and you can also do machines where you have the things on your chest, or she didn't do the back, but you can even put them on your back. And so really it's like $217, and it's an elitism that is enforced through this process where I feel victimized. And even the form she didn't charge me for, which was just to get boots for my orthotics, Again, there was a form I had to get a doctor and pay him because he wasn't going to do it without that $45. And it's just them, right, putting their doctor's code and barely knowing why. They just get a form, you pay, boom, bada bing, you get it. Now, this is a money laundering scheme, right? It has nothing to do with the practice of medicine, and the government is all for it. But the government doesn't realize that what you're creating is personality disorders in these doctors. They're getting ego-related or grandiosity-related personality disorders where they don't even know how to question their own judgment anymore about what is good or bad ways to practice medicine, because you've given them so much power from a signature that they don't even need to be good at what they do or question what they do, because they've found the path of least resistance for elitism and a comfortable life. And I feel victimized being forced into this, because even though the employer paid the advance, I'm still paying for it. And I'm pretty sure that I would have to go through a struggle just to kind of get that accepted in my taxes, blah, blah, blah. And I can't even do my taxes. Canada Revenue Agency still hasn't acknowledged the issues I have in doing my taxes, even though I've reached the office of the federal minister of that department, and one of their staff contacted me saying, oh, it sounds like no, the problem is not solved. And then never hear from them again, because it took 7 weeks about the first time. And then it's past 7 weeks when I said, what makes you think that the problem's solved just because 7 weeks have passed? And then you never hear from them again. It's ridiculous. It's just the ridiculous elitism where there's no real medical system in Canada, right? There's just pushing people up in elitism and giving them personality disorders that they're useless as professionals at that point.